All right, so for our second topic, we want to talk about equal matrices. And the reason that this is related to the first topic that we discussed is that just like in addition and subtraction, in order to talk about equal matrices, it's important that we're talking about matrices of the same dimensions. So you can't talk about equal matrices if the dimensions aren't equal. If the dimensions aren't equal, you already know that your matrices are not equal. So that probably makes sense. That's pretty intuitive. So let's look at an example, and we're really just going to look at one for this section to kind of prove a point, I guess. We are going to look at another set of 3 by 2 matrices. So check these out. We have two 3 by 2 matrices. One is entirely made up of numbers, and one has variables within it. And it doesn't matter, you actually could have variables in both matrices if you wanted to. I just wanted to, for the sake of simplicity, I'm only going to put my variables in the first matrix. And you would be given, if this was a homework problem, this would be like example 1. So you're not making this up, this would be given to you. And the directions would say something like, find the value of the variables. And obviously the one key piece of information that they're giving you that helps you find those variables is the fact that you know that both matrices, the one with the one on the left and the one on the right, are equal to each other. So all we do is we just compare elements and figure out what the missing variables are. So starting with the most simple one, we have in position 1, 1, we have x and we have 7. So when I ask the question, what does x have to equal? The answer is 7, because that's the only way to make element 1 of, or element 1, 1 of the first matrix equal to element 1, 1 of the second matrix. All right, carrying on, trying not to overcomplicate what is fairly straightforward. If I want to know what y is, I compare the elements in the corresponding parts, the corresponding spots, and I find that y must equal 8 in order for this element to equal the same, 10, as it does in the other matrix. And lastly, we have m. 3m in this position needs to equal 9. So what does m equal? It has to equal 3, because 3 times 3 is 9. And that is it. That's all there is to equal matrices. That probably has got to be one of the easiest topics that we'll cover all year. So that's that, and we'll talk about matrix equations in the next topic.